Dear listeners, any video if you like or dislike my videos to help more people see about. So if you enjoyed me blog, please go back to the beginning and hit the like or dislike button, then support them down button. You will also make chapter and then chapter sourced on video instead of 2 videos. So, ignore it when you see them, you will have it word, reverse, in front of physical chapters. When you first start loading your videos, it waits for to do only 15 minutes per video. The more videos you upload, the more time it was given. I'm doing this for future listeners. Please let me know if there are any errors in doing this videos without any help. And again, you will start discovering ሁለት በአቅራቢያን channel on Sage and 100 subscribers, YouTube, discovering ሁለት. Here's a brief summary of discovering ሁለት በአቅራቢ. The story continues with Madeline, his grandmother and his daughter set up the family. Madeline is narrated a love story of winning a Kun Baum the discovering the series, continuing war block radiations left of its tale of love, war, and pig. After eliminating the city of evil and wicked citizens, Waninik limits it final to people, including his wife, Ene, and formed just its system of the land, known as the Council of 12. Waninik and his warriors get married, takes control of the land, builds a fortified city of faithful followers, and a military fort that is ruthless and untouchable to the evil forces of the Ebonians. The mystics grow to a population that stands for southern Argentina and central Mexico. For years above his progress, the Ebonians' leader is forced to show himself, but is forbidden to wait more until part declared him, as 10 years, children in Feltala must return to Waninik this. Hamaton of Talo Lausiana, when instructed by Sebath. Now, let's finish the final chapter of Kas Sovereignty, Black Righteousness. Chapter Hayarat, Oidipus and the Pits of Hell. The warrior should allegate that their new friends that they had just received to travel with him, as they headed toward camp to meet Exile. Not expecting the 3 space cruisers, Exile hid herself, Wendell shed into Fidzuben in the Fissa. Exile shot, "What are you guys doing back so soon?" Zuben shook his head, "Too much to explain right now. But we must get in touch with Alhed, because if shit is still retaliated, or unminute, and we are not sure what wants us to do." Axel said, "First no way to tell where he is, but you won't call this an emergency." Suppress the emergency button on her wrist. Simultaneously, Ivorine's communication devices vibrate, allowing Ivorine to see Ivorine's location on the device. Alhed called within 2 seconds. "What is it?" Alhed asked. Axel said, "What have the information to say?" Expected to ship to order Vidani around midnight. Alhed said quickly. "Good work, and he will contact you later. Stay safe until you hear back from him." Alhed quickly called Waniniklu, furious as it fit well the hurrying above for hers. Waniniklu said, "Stay put." "Well, beferian tree, and disconnect." Alhed said to himself out loud, "For how in the fuck you're going to do that?" Waniniklu yelled about Lukri to the top of his lungs and left up. Leah, and Alyssa and Fairman behind the first got into jet ships and faded to Cardamom. Meanwhile, Axel interested this to him as arrested, for Axel had already prepared ammo for them in advance. They waited for Waniniklu and his battalions in Southhead and his crew were already hidden inside of the main complex at Colony and Hike, awaiting Waniniklu survival. 37 jet ships raced to Vista Hermosa, arriving just sea of Asr, Arbamstum. Waniniklu arrived in just before he arrived for to check Ivorine's location and situation of Vista Hermosa. Leaving the space cruisers for Vista Hermosa, Axel was upset because of him laughing said all day was cold. Waniniklu smiled and said as he opened his hand over her, ready with him. He radioed into Alhed for his location. But Alhed advised Ivorine to go black, because the ship was approaching quickly. Waniniklu and the remaining jet said, stood hovering over the lake Sorlin, awaiting Alhed's call. When the ship arrived, it appeared out of nowhere, with no trailer stood it. It just appeared, then the sequence began. A light first shines on the tower and blinks far Thames. While it is separated at 180 degrees, then back to 0, then 360 degrees, it had been twisted before it will do slowly open in the lake. The water splashed while the ship approached the shore. Once the doors were open, Third period to be fourth field that prevented water from going instead of happening. Fifth space set diagnosis, and the fourth field created a kernel effect, and steam appeared. When unique blender is the phase waters being theoretic to the location in the formation, and field formatting clock became a formation. At this time, the spaceship being its 360-degree counterclockwise rotation, and a beam of light shone into happening, all the brilliant when in equal, according to Jam, it's about to release the people inside. Just as he spoke, Yakal see the people covered in a clear gold lowered down into beam of light. When in equilibrate when the third person was being lowered into the opening. By this time, they were in zero formation and surround the ship. When in equilibrate all speedsters to go up in the ship by the beam. Grace, Axel, and two more speedsters ran up the beam of light, right when Axel entered the ship. Dwarves noted it enters and begin turrets and bowling started firing upon when in equilibrium. Alpha banged Jik with the destroyed turrets as Jik created an electrical blast. Finton the ships broke formation and quickly returned for it over step in Minnesota, Jik, and emerged for clear way into the tower. People from the different towns and villages started running frantically away from the scene, as moments howled. An awful rope broke off the formation as when in each glimpse of knocked tower happening. Seeing the bodies being lowered, the radiated spister to Fentisith to a Sophie land ship, but they can't Fentisith pillar. When in equilibrated out it, they can't seem to think out of the ship. Murdered, overhearing the conversation, sat herself in front of enough couples, and started raiding its operating system as also red beyond gains at the tower. Till was proving that's it, and worries, the man didn't say a word. Alfred shot the man in his left kin. The man yelled in pain, Thukia. Alfred asked him again, but the man said nothing. He shot the man in his right kin. Murdered yelled, hold on. Then radioed told speedsters, the door is invisible. Pressing the full case and the keyboard. It's opened now. The man reached for his weapon as Alfred had his back turned, listening to murdered, and a lot blessed fear. Alfred and murdered. Turned to see the jaw had shot the man in the back of the head as he was attempting to shot Alfred. Grace found the plot and forced him to unfit ship. Shot Alfred, then looked at Jay, damn, he got distracted. Thanks, baby. You just saved me life. The body stopped descending from the ship. It rotated accordingly and landed near the lake. Fortunately, the man out of ship has already opened up. When Enoch was still hurried up one of the doors as the rest of his warriors went for the ships nearby. Jam had about 20 men approached when Enoch do. Scratching his head, he said, all Albanian technology had weaponry but not any Albanian is sir. Daniel entered the spaceship and telephoned the telephone of the individuals and said, Daniel let the man in his back, and the person started to breathe. He was fragile, and his breathing was faint. Daniel yelled out to when Enoch. They relive, but it did help Helen physically off. The people from the towns and villages stood by watching, and when Enoch said to one man, You? Tigley pointed to himself. Yes, what is your name? The man said, Sanchez, I need you to get her some men. When Enoch passed and yelled back at Daniel. How many people are in her? Daniel said. Over 1,000. Turning back to the man, when Enoch said, Get all this people and go help the man. Inside. And the man did just as when Enoch ordered. The people were confused about what was happening. Thinking that they had just been saved, in the back of their minds, but they asked themselves was this mean just as the last event. When Enoch rejoiced, he need to transport over 1,000 people back to Medina. Bus driver fed Zubin said, told Zubin, the buses with every morning can carry 20 of them to your camp, and ferry your more to depot. As well as the craft, who will be more than happy to bring them her. Zubin read to when Enoch though, Jevius a few minutes, who will have more than we need. The old man and his wife, along with the people and cruisers, guided Zubin and the rest of the warriors to the bus depot. On their way there, the old man, Thierry, asked, We will you save us from our cruisers, what person even exists? How are you to receive? Social reward, or what are they searching for? Zubin smiled. It is our leader, Every pardon spread all later. Will hustled us to salvation, to enlightenment, and Sabbath. It is he who questions what is going in her, with his people. The old man said, his people. Is he Catalan? Zoben pointing at when in Ikdo, that's him for, isn't it obvious? Baldman said, yes, but the messenger don't to Febus, at least not now, if even of his men, don't let him do down her, at least not tonight. Zoben read all it, ye was just visited would not be wise, till it when in Ikdo down in the fault that he are calling Febus, at least not tonight, Aldrib said, we is dead. Zoben said, ye was only visited it would not be wise for him to do down her, at least not tonight, Aldrib said, I'll see what he can do. Alfred disinserted what the Ocitals Jade John, with a few other warriors, what was said to him, and they brought when in Iklo. Please, we do not know what is down for, but we would this not allow you to do down until morning, when in Iklo said, whatever is down for, he can handle it, and it'll be right. Jam looked at when in Iklo, you feel you should wait until morning. When in Iklo smelled, I'll wait me friend. Fed night, Fed Paul 12% 695 people from the spaceship. But listening to Fed with his friends, everyone but when in Iklo went down into Febus, and pushed out an additional 665 people that were alive. All night long, as rumors spread throughout the land, the territory was shut down as the people rushed to reach the location of Febus. By this time, the business started arriving, moving all the people from the ship and Febus back to Medinat al-Tanwar. Folks volunteered and began taking people to Medinat al-Tanwar, and the rest began taking some of the locals back home. The last bus left about on them. When in Iklu camped out of opening with 15 of his warriors. When in Iklu which the last bus leave, and many of the locals had gone home. Tired and weary, he decided to wait and more day to venture into Febus. His warriors were sitting by a campfire while the woman prepared food, given to them by the locals. Jam walked towards when in Iklu, about 20 more minutes and you can eat, you have it better. When in Iklu said, yes, am. Scratching his head and yawning, when in Iklu repeated himself. Yes, am. Closing his ears for a second, when in Iklu said, into church to benefit but by sin is content, but as soon as it get up, we all shall see what it is, fat fed into one metos. Jam said, yam curious as well. Enjoying a great meal and a few minutes of discussing what had happened that day, when in Iklu finally went to sleep that evening at Aratum. When in Iklu finally woke up at this time, everyone approached Yabas. He looked woman up top while he and Pfeffers headed down Yabas's and Yusits. They descended slowly down to the prom with their lights in about 200 feet as they all looked around. Faces an enormous place, each at Jim's spot. When in Iklu shook his head, yeah, pretty much, what can you say? A few warriors landed, some in Finn's toys, or something in her. Jam ordered his warriors. What do you look for me to turn the lights on? Brain was up an announcement of this hour already, computers from all face appear in front of them. My name is Ebola. It didn't mean to startle you. What do you look for me to turn on the lights? When in Iklu said, hi, my name is When in Iklu, what is this place? Ebola said, this is a research and development center where we study and document ways to verify the Wikidolians. Kanam, ni Willie Lynch. Phase 4 research tests synthetic drugs and compares different strains. Able turned in the lights behind her. This is where we collect Wikidolians, the synthetic in series, we can pinpoint and find most mutant cells in their body. The Wikidolians are dropped her in a protective shell, and would draw blood from each individual. A conveyor belt started to run as Ebola continued. They are viewed by age, weight, height, geographical location, and sex, and taken to the second floor for manipulation and sexual exploration. At the end of the conveyor belt was a small hall, and fatal-haired lockets of end up right next to the conveyor belt. Police on the second floor turned on as everyone got a frigid seats, walked toward the door, and began walking down the stairs. Ebola continued, this is the manipulation department, codenamed Divide and Conquer. Hard would the best ways to allow Wikidolians to destroy cover by using psychological means to create sufferer. Teach infant to disrespect their woman, most children, rape, dirty and abuse, alcoholism, and then replaced some of them into few respected communities. As they reached the bottom of the stairs, blowlights turned on by on, these blowlights were in top of two ballposts of different sizes encased with top-line film, covered in a transparent gel. Embryos, as well as some Wakatilians of different ages, appeared in them. Abel continued, as when in Ikbishirts imitosik into his and his is what to do. Synthetic groceries to control them in the lucrative pornographic process located downstairs. Walking past the last row of enclosed tubes, when in it blocked into face of an older woman suspended in the casing and put his head down, feeling as if I had felt him. Tears were now rolling down his ears. A bright light was turned on, covering the entire floor, revealing thousands of bodies. When in it befell to his knees in disbelief and yelled in horror locker unit of the four. Herein to sit indeed were Italians, primarily net and 10 to tables, some had nails and theorems were with totally substance stuck to fear nasus. Abela continued, here, were. When in it ran from table to each body, checking for a pulse, but no pulse was found. When in it walked to peg John, stay here and find out more, you'll be back. First of two orders followed him. When in it returned around and yelled with so much anger. Stay fucking here. When Inikidu ran back with the steps, jumped in his G-cruiser, and rowed to shore. He fell to the ground, yelling, cursing, and swinging his arms angrily, eventually crying himself to sleep. When Iniku found himself covered and woke up to baby queen, and his warriors by his side. Jem holding the baby, all the information was gathered, but there was a level that was deadly sealed, even Abel was not forced to open it. When Iniku stood up, he went to do apologies for me words and actions. It wasn't like me, and he repented for it, please forgive me. When Iniku looked around him, and thousands of people surrounded him. What is this, and was the baby really holding? Jem said, the people are here to take you for destroying their oppressor, and the baby was found in a cage. When Iniku looked at the baby and saw it was from the same tree and cleanness up. He turned to talk to the people, but they couldn't hear him. John handed him a bullhorn. Me friends, me name is Iniku. We have much to tell about, but he must bury me people, the crowd yelled. We will bury them, for you. In tears and say again, he said, thank you, for it will have been challenging for me to do it. When Iniku handed Jem the bullhorn and said, the curse. Jem looked at him strangely, and when Iniku smelled, the baby's name will be the curse. The crowd divided themselves into groups and began to bury Wakatilian people that were in Thebes. Well, when Iniku separated himself from everyone taking his ship on top of a tall mountain, and wrote, we. In the beginning, we were people of different beliefs. We spoke several different languages. Yes, we were great in our own way. The largest continent in the world. Even today. Some even refer to her as Agilo, a woman, the mother. Africa. Riches include gold, diamonds, and pearls. The beginning of civilization was started in her. Yet, having so many accomplishments, got credit for none. Creating pyramids, that are scientific wonders of today. Numerous things, that are Lebanese today. Wakatilians today, Negroes, Negas. But, Africans back then. Let's just call it yesterday. Still unequal, different, very simple people. Still not given credit, that they are do. Hey. Even back then, there are so many people, that they called name. From the past till the present, but they won't, for we all know their names. My problem is way. Why should any human being have to defend themselves? For being a certain race, creed, or color. The past is truly, the past. Fate will learn from. Ignorance played a major part in the European hearts. We thought they were superior, back then. For even some of us, that way to be. We were murdered, but it was as if, collectively. We were beaten, much like every sin, some people trained a dog. Women were raped, children molested, men tested. Just considered simply as stock. Hey. Now, since that time, we celebrate your holidays. Fight in your wars. First then called, the fourth of Yuli. But who really won, fair independence? Gave me liberty or gave me death? Some nuns said, but wounded he referred to. They got their liberty, we were sentenced to death. All men are created equal. Except for Theosophists, who were considered savages, in first days. Simply, because we can't read or write in their language. They can't understand ours. Did we call them savages? All this for the sake of liberty. They say. But none of it was for us. We fought more wars, but yet in vain. We, our fathers, our mothers, our children, our ancestors, were murdered. We, it would not to instill hatred for anyone. Just love. That him is now to awaken. Many years will have it been masticated. But we can read and write, now, and learn about the truth. If no one knows it, it's you the truth. You have you. If he asked you, do you know who you are? If the answer is no, may reply. We. Red lights flashed and thick and vibrating on when in it. It was a bureau was calling on the emergency channel. When in Equiville. When in Equiville. When in Equiville quickly insert the communicator. Yes, Obi, what is it? When in Equiville reply. Locks liquid pus has gotten your message, lock at odips. It's covered in a gigantic mess, it can't even count how many for you. His head straight to you. When in shouted to battle creed ordered all civilians out of Korean under further notice. Pressing the emergency button and the community warriors prepared themselves. When in called up in his device. When they get her, make sure you are a dancing, and call them as quickly as you can until you are noticed. Then take no mercy, as if survive, we will take mercy on one Sabbath thousands. 2. Fellows warriors were ready, and even some civilians joined into the wall called to help. Yellow Presto when in prepare your men for Thebes, for now, ye fit in flesh, but don't fear, ye shall fit in spirits. Fight with honor and not anger, for this battle is not yours, but Sabbath. And then he disappeared. Only Melisaway, when in gathers all the warriors, opens his communicator, and says the swordbush prayer. All welcome, fetter in Nataville, and fast fit survive. You will have your hearts, and let Sabbath decide. Amen. Turning to the civilians, shut to kill. However, if they survive, it's because their hearts might be poor, not evil. However, trust none of them until Satan first. Sabbath will make way for this people to live. Obi was mills behind Oedipus, and Oedipus was nowhere few percent. Obi and 28% at all speedsters still minimus Oedipus army by 10% before Oedipus reached 28. Speedsters were called back to west and set fighting began. Oedipus was surrounded, and his men didn't have a chance. With Ob, Elijah, Daniel, Grace and Fairman intervened when in interest. Worry in the front, they devastated Oedipus and his men. The speedsters were called back in to finish the battle. They brought first of the men back to when in it was hit of them and decided their fate. They chose for demon to live, and the rest on the spot were still. Oedipus with a broken leg and gunshot to the shoulder. Within a limit, Oedipus said when in it go. How are you? Oedipus replied. I am the child of the Most High, who was sent to rescue his spell from Popolatia. This battle was meant to be from the first team in Illyrian's son to Paulus, and it was meant in who had the honor of killing all of them. Easy weight he had been dying to me people, and pain is great, but he will not defend what calls you. Sabbath's children shall have that honor. Oedipus replies, fuck you, and hear them people and space empty round in front of when in Ikbu. Interread him for all and any information need, and let the people have him. When in Ikbu said to Jom, as he turned and walked away. After days of interrogating, the men, women, and children all attacked and called Oedipus. When Enoch met up, and discussed with Tilda with Tidi. When Enoch was sitting down as Ob stood up. Ob, have you discovered your defeat? Obi said, no, but have you been fasting and training when it comes, because it will come. Wannenek for the coffees called Arbams and Sarab. Abi yelled, What yoda fed for? Wannenek for seg. Afutimus evsini had instead bid any yadin debit know it, and sabatnan or shawni in innovation for coming to you. Plus, locate yo. Yao bin stand engine at public burning recut calls for at least 10 minutes, and you didn't say a word, and by the way, when it's at you didn't feel a thing, you just directed to him something you. He grabbed a bullet from off the ground and gave it to him, and then more thing. Tapping on his earpiece, Jom, bring the courage. Grace approach. Them with the baby, her is your kinsman. May he grouse up to be your latest gift, a son. Obi was excited and happy and started crying, as when he could walk away and started praising Sabbath. Later that day, when he could told everyone to differ, it is no time to interfere. Many stayed and up and waited as when he went 50 of his men descended to the first level, leaving 10 of his men. Then the second level, where he left 10 more, and then to the third level. When he walking around, noticed that the place had been clean, and there was no glint of it anything had ever been done there. On the third level, they came to what appeared to be a door made of boulders with a sign of an unknown language. Hadis. Amharic interpret the language. When Enoch got into communicator told the men in a level about them, the other anything will sit and start setting cherries to off his damn left talking them come as they all be looking for others and with us to see if they could find a way to open the door. Obi started feeding the door with his hands. Sell nothing. When Enoch orders a brain to stop. A heavy an idea. Head off the sand from around his neck and grabbed with his canteen. Put under the content into the canteen and ordered the brain to whip their weapons with water from. The canteen and fin with the seric past skin with it up with his hands, arms, and neck with the content from the canteen and just off it the door, which turned into a puff of smoke. Willow, fat was easy, said Ob. A narrow stairway appeared, they all headed down, but when it was stopped the demon, only my strongest warriors in Sabbath will be able to come, for if your fat is down or is demonic. His strongest, fearless, and ready warriors stood there, Ob, Grace, Mercy, Jom, Olja, Elisha, Daniel, and Alfred, with one in it but I can believe. The stairway was 5 feet wide and was spiraling downward. Straining us were surrounding him, and every few feet enters modded to the cave's walls. All cliffy substance was housing down to walls, and small was unbearable. As they reached the bottom of the stairway, there was an enormous pit 200 years within the further circle of darkness, followed by a lot of bullet graffiti pit of lava. This pattern repeatedly continued, going deeper and deeper downward. Looking up, they saw the same pattern repeating itself upward. As they walked from the darkness, they could hear a sizzling sound, followed by screams. Reaching for their flashlights, they saw little hands, some were close to him and turning into puffs of smoke as the waters were being handled. When Enoch said, they cannot even touch the blood of Messiah and his sin. Pointing for flashlights in different areas, they could see faces of some of hideous critters peeking out and looking at them. Sounds of movement surrounded him, and they were silent as they headed down, laughing and observing when Alfred said, Easy with people say, go to hell. Jom said, Only you won't say such a thing, in a time like this. Shrugging his shoulders, Alfred said, No, I'm being for real. This place is horrible. When Enoch interrupted, Focus. This is a place on must really stay focused and remain in the spirit. They walked to the end of the cavern, where they found a mound of rocks at feet. There was an opening that looked like a large well. There stood a face with only its sea speaking out of them, where the full corridor engine hurried in. When Enoch said, again, then he thought about this dream, had years ago, ye. The critter interrupted, thought that, get up. As a race from the hull, it stood in fatal, and it was hid as, horns grew out of his head, and barlet claws grew out of its hand. It saw something, and thousands of minions of all sizes quickly surround him. When Enoch and his warriors quickly formed a circle with their backs turned against the cover, worry? And how do you know me? Nam. They best said, the Messiah, the commander and ruler of Slav. Ham will aware of your foolishness, and today, it will stop. Did besought dominions, and verdict. When in equivalent his warriors attacked dimensions, they turn into puffs of dust as the warriors fight. Back to sincere weapons and gifts. When in equity come in every 10 minutes before it ordered Lisado for Madam when it was Tim, he counted down, amst, arat, sost. Now and the virgin got in it. All the critters leaped at them but landed in top of Alicia's domes when in it purported up front of Kenton and Alicia's ends, and all the critters that came in contact with them turned into dust. The entire dome was covered in salt, and it blinded them within the dome. When in it said, lower the dome, but say Lord. As they lowered the dome, they were all covered with salt. They ran toward the stairway, but Asiya stood in front of them. When Enoch stood in front and ordered everyone to whip off their weapons and rippled liquid from the kind into their weapons and themselves well, stalls the demon. Are you afraid that he will destroy you? When Enoch said, Asiya raised in anger, yes, man, your flesh, it can jump into your body and make you kill yourself. When Enoch go, Jokli, now, you won't do it. You're so lazy, remember all commander and roar of legends. Yet at honor in something so ridiculous. Daniel hand when in it but the canteen as a lock at the critter. Let me confess up for your destruction, if you don't mind, and let's have at it. Asiya replied, you're upon a little. Weapons can't warm me. When in it shot, impede and within seconds, sought, you are. They elicited gifts and powers against Asiya as it yelled out in pain before them all. With unfortunate in a moment, they destroyed Asiya into a pile of dust. The dust blew away slowly, and in near flux of foundation. When Enoch shot, quickly. Up the stairs, this Placius his domain and his fin had run into dust itself. Boulders started falling into the lava below as they ran up the stairway. Off at bend when Enoch do work the last and still come out. Brain not and get ready to both his play. South when Enoch over his earpiece. Clearing the rain on each level and setting the ferries for 5 minutes for each level, they heard fake explosions as they all made it up the campus. They all ran to their jet sets and drove as fast as they could before hearing the last tune, and the injury of the blood, creating the crater says of the bus. Circling back round, they looked down to see the bottom of the crater. Follow Oedipus and Hested in that holly and covered it. Sad when Enoch though. Returning to the city, when Enoch ordered the rain to get cleaned up at rest the next morning, when Enoch and his men, using their gifts, also took part in helping the people rebuild their town. Speedsters helped effort to rest of Oedipus did and of their bodies into Thebes. The people called the place of this day, almost hear them into pressure, weak men's, the devil shall surely perish. Astonished at what they saw, many civilians joined when Enoch's army. Afterward, they buried when Enoch's people at the opposite side of town. It took 6 weeks to bury all the bodies from Thebes, and they were buried in a beautiful park created by the Lossos named Almerdidollar, which means the seat of pain. For it was a glorious celebration in honor of the people Wodidler, and the people performed the funeral and Wukidolian's tradition that when Enoch got at them. This celebration lasted for 25 days in May and was called Wedesesakponzik, which translate his people in rest, and is honored every year. 12 months after Thebes was seized, many of when Enoch's warriors departed of and their family members. Within 6 months, they started an exodus back to Medinatotinwar. Heading back. Many of them heard of when Enoch's fam. They were also bringing back seeds, animals, and family members. 47 warriors had left, but over 12% came back. A trail of warriors living and protecting Sebek's land reached from Medinatotinwar to Kalalianwag. 687 miles were protected to a point where the people started feeling free again. Within their borders was Laguna de Bastalas, a vast lake that was perfect for fishing. An irrigating system was set to hold for a month of this region. At the southwest banks of Laguna de Bastalas, there was the city of Kalalianwag. There is a colony in what much like the Hilfle marked, where the whole bordering system was working in 2007. By reconstructing highways amidst, Asrasidist, Haya and Deligio Freeway. Heading west of Kalalianwag, there stood shaded Cloudmark surrounded by Highway High-End, a centralized location of the region's here. A bountiful landscape mixed with grassland and desert with various mountains of Olokrifian area. Going in any direction would be a breath of fresh air. 25 miles to the north on Highway Amst was a stretch length that led to the twin cities of Colonel Varobring and Yasel Veneto, when in it proclaimed Altalandes, Tierra de Jesus's land. It was just a complete opposite of the area where when in it was born and raised, but a final grew to love the plate, Milo close in, for was no humidity. Tornadoes were not a common factor. But the monsoon season brought back memories of home at Thames. Path from Merinet inward to Fisnuari called home was called, when in it trail. 80% of the people stayed at learned ways of when in it served Sabbath. First were left on and in pace about 100 when in it was a great man. They moved in different directions but always stayed west of when in it rail for safety reasons. Trying to clean up and destruction of the abyss, all the birds were destroyed except the Negro Marine was kept in nest by when in it go. He didn't consider it a but in herb. The people were unfamiliar with farming, gardening, medicine, computerized equipment, or even in technology. Therefore, they were taught how to use if they could learn to treat glaucoma, reverse the carcinogen effects of tobacco, improve lung health, stop epileptic seizures, and decrease the symptoms of a disorder called Revit syndrome. He taught the people how to become tribalism with the introduction of hemp, a popular commodity amongst the people. The Greenlands were news for farming, and the people felt it for the first time in a long time. These men thought were as a training base only, but the people living in Fesni were raised families and had a comfortable life. The Catalans that were captured from the ship and fed by stock summit to hell living without the healers, but they eventually were held from fear diseases, addictions, and phobias. Many were Catalans of men, women, and children all had still visited to their homes as a sense of embarrassment and violation. They, too, stayed in the region, learning and teaching their ways of life to the people. They taught the Catalans well to reduce the competence and iniquities, who worshipped Sabbath. Once it was proven, they, too, received gifts and powers from Sabbath that were unimaginable. The population grew to 716 and fastened men, women, and children, all called to be called virtuosos. These people became known as mestizos. 10.